to me and my metalhead friends, you were, if I had grown up in Austin, you guys were what Watchtower was to Austin, in my opinion, as a San Antonio guy. You had S.A. Slayer as well, but I think between S.A. Slayer and Juggernaut, you were the guys that everybody looked up to. You were doing the gigs at the Cameo Theater. You were on Metal Blade Records. You were like the guys that were going to make it, man, and
Well, and what happened was when Harlan ended up getting that deal for us for Metal Blade, and they, and so at that point, I wasn't even playing metal. I was playing country music, with the Daryl Dugosh band at that time. I mean, that's
a mouthful. Bobby, you got a gig tonight. You got a gig tonight. Is that Juggernaut or is that Daryl Duke's band?
And not only that, but in '84, the Daryl Dugosh band opened up for George Strait in Amarillo.
It all comes full circle.
Full circle. Dave, I think that might be your cue.
How about that? I wanted to ask Bobby one last
Wait, I want to tell this.
No, okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, why? Was there something else? Or, well, anyway, no, let me tell you.
He's got another question. We'll get to it.
With Metal Blade, and but I wanted to play metal. I really did, because I was into like a lot of the new wave of British heavy metal, and I wanted to get in. And I watched my brother do S.A. Slayer, and I was really wanting to be like doing metal again.
You were jealous of Ron?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted, and then you were out there, and all these buddies I had, that were friends of mine, and I watched all you guys, and I was like, God, man, I want to play metal because I love this music, and I was practicing with Restless and Wild and all these different records that were my favorite records at the time, and so I had played, with my brothers, and I knew Harlan from way back then. When I was growing up and playing with my brothers in Tarot, our little high school band. And that's when Harlan approached me and asked me if I wanted to play in Juggernaut. And I was kind of like, wow, do I want to do this and stuff? And so I said, yeah, like I said, I knew the style. It's the same thing, as, growing up and practicing along with the records. So I ended up going to rehearsals and learning the Juggernaut stuff. And that's when Harlan said, hey, we got signed to Metal Blade Records. And then I was like, really? I was like, this sounds like it's going to be pretty good. I was, like hoping for this Ironworks thing or something. And it just turned into actually going out and going to Austin and recording the Baptism Under Fire record. And when it came out,
what studio did you record that? I didn't know that was recorded in Austin.
Earth and Sky.
Oh yeah, is that Kerry Crafton?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right off the highway. It was right off 35, and it was on the right.
Yeah, it was right by the old airport. Did you know that Meltdown and Tyrants in Distress from the first Watchtower record were recorded at that studio with Kerry?
Really?
Yeah, just those two songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we did that. And I remember when the record came out, and I went over to Scott's house and picked up, show the vinyl one more time, Dave. And I picked up that from Scott's, and I remember holding it in my hands and driving home in my little Ford Maverick. And I was like blown away. I was like, this is the greatest moment ever.
Of course. Yeah.
I still remember that.
Power of love.
This is why I asked the question, because to my knowledge, it's your first real stab at fame, and like your first, like, oh my God, it's Metal Blade Records. And you're at the time, how old are you at the time?
22, maybe.
Yeah, so you're 22 years old. You're signed to Metal Blade Records, and I'm sure you're just super proud of this, holding it in your hands, and the future looks wide open at the time, right?
Yeah, of course. You know what? You know how much money Metal Blade gave us to do that record?
Uh-oh. This is gonna be good.
$4,000.
Holy shit!
Wow.
4,000. We did it in a week. I still remember we did drums and bass in a day and a half. Eddie did his leads, I think. I think he did rhythms in the other half of the day. and then he did leads the next day, and then I guess Harlan had a day or two to do vocals, and then mixed it in a day, and it was done.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
almost every song was 1 or 2 takes. You know,
a lot of 22-year-olds would think $4,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah, especially in 1986, you know,
Yeah.
22 years old, 1986, $4,000 for Metal Blade.
Yeah.
Sounds like a recipe.
Let's see, we're on Metal Blade and we got all this cash. We better hurry up and make this record because time is money on 2-inch tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.